They're selling maps in the subway to a country that don't exist. The banker with the eyepatch is checking names off the list. He says some are bound for glory and some are bound for shame, but the ones who shout the loudest are the ones who hide the blame. The general's daughter's weeping in her uniform of lace. She's traded in her innocence for a hollow marketplace. And the clown who steals the crown keeps the crowd in wild applause, while the hangman writes amendments to erase the nation's laws. Oh, MAGA at the masquerade, you strut and preen and hide. Your cruelty's a curtain call, your sins you can't confide. You march in line with Putin, his shadow at your side. But not here in America, we won't let you decide. The gambler sells his rosary to the preacher in the rain. The preacher sells it back to him with a sermon wrapped in chains. And the beggar on the courthouse steps is dragged away for show, while the sheriff tips his blood-stained hat and says that's how justice goes. The widow in the graveyard is polishing the stone of a boy who died for freedom in a war he never owned. And she curses at the headlines as the motorcades go by, screaming liberty ain't liberty, it's just another lie. The jester with a broken flute plays a tune for rent. He calls it Independence Day, but the notes are badly bent. And the teacher in the classroom draws chalk lines on the floor, while the students raise their hands to ask what they're dying for. There's a congressman in armor with a Bible made of lead. He quotes 1,000 verses but forgets the ones in red. And the factory man is starving while the stockbrokers dine on a banquet of tomorrow's bones and yesterday's decline. Oh, MAGA at the masquerade, you strut and preen and hide. Your cruelty's a curtain call, your sins you can't confide. You march in line with Putin, his shadow at your side. But not here in America, we won't let you decide. I met a nurse named Mercy on the steps of City Hall. She said the hospitals are crumbling and the saints don't hear the call, while the prophets sell umbrellas for a storm they can't contain, and the lawyers write the contracts that dissolve beneath the rain. The carnival is roaring at the gates of Babylon, with jugglers tossing fire on a stage they'll soon be gone. And the banker with the eye patch counts his coins by candlelight, saying every soul has value if the price is written right. Now Epstein's ghost is laughing from a tower made of glass, where the senators go sneaking in with keys that always pass. And the watchman on the rooftop pretends he doesn't see, while the anchors on the evening news say this is liberty. The farmer burns his harvest 'cause the buyers turned away. The soldier guards an oil field for a check he'll never stay. And the waitress in the diner draws a flag upon her hand and whispers to the weary man, I don't know this land. Beyond the curtains nearly fallen and the actors leave the stage, the script is full of poison and the ink drips down with rage. But the people in the shadows still carry out the song. They're singing, this is our America, and you don't belong. Cruelty you scatter is the mirror of disguise. You march in time with tyrants, your hymn is soaked in pride. But not here in America, we won't let hate preside. Now the curtain's nearly fallen and the actors leave the stage. The script is full of poison and the ink drips down with rage. But the people in the shadows still carry out the song. They're singing, this is our America, and you don't